Hey my good smelling people. In this video I want to talk to you about Armaf Enchanted Royal. I noticed that people are still wondering if this is a good or a bad fragrance, and I felt like I needed to make a separate review in order to at least give you an idea whether should you purchase this, whether it's a good fragrance or whether it's just a bad purchase. But before talking about the scent, let's take a look at the presentation. Now, the bottle looks the same as the rest of the Enchanted line. It has the tie, it has the magnetic cap, but it has a silver magnetic cap and the cut left corner, which we got used to from the Enchanted line. I personally like the bottles of the Enchanted line. The name Armaf Enchanted Royal would make you think that this is supposed to smell royal, but it doesn't. It doesn't resemble what's inside. So let's go ahead and talk about the scent. Okay guys, so from the start, this opens up very flowery, very powdery and sweet, and very feminine. So do not judge this from the opening. Most of the guys smelling this in the opening would instantly dismiss it. Wait a bit. The sweetness and the powderiness of it will begin to slow down. Now, the sweetness of the fragrance does not come from sweets, does not come from sugars or honey. It comes from a flower called honeysuckle. If you remember that flower, when I was little, I admit I was eating that flower because it has a very sweet juice inside. So it's no wonder that the fragrance is very sweet in the opening, because you're getting a lot of honeysuckle. It even has a bit of citrus and an orangey kind of citrus. I think the worst part of the opening of this fragrance is the powderiness of it. It's sharp and it kind of stings, not stinks, stings. When it dries down, this becomes more unisex. Powderiness settles down, the fragrance becomes more complex, and you're getting kind of a gourmand smell, but in a flowery way. It's probably still me thinking I would eat some honeysuckles, but it's definitely starting to smell more pleasant. So don't throw it away just after smelling the opening. I would say that inside this bottle, at some point, there would have been another juice. I've watched Cologne Addict's review about Enchanted Royal, and he said it's like a fresh summer fragrance. This by no means is a fresh summer fragrance. So this, I would say, it's a completely different juice. Definitely not for summer, maybe for fall, but definitely for winter. As age group, this starts like a fragrance for women above 30 years old, but when it settles down, it becomes quite unisex, becomes more masculine, and I would say any man or women could wear it. People's reactions to this fragrance are probably the most amazing factor, because when you smell it, you would say that this is quite a repulsive fragrance, especially in the beginning, but the compliments are coming, especially from girls. I asked a friend of mine, a man, about this fragrance, and he said that, yeah, this is not for every man. And right there I stopped him and I said I would take this as a positive aspect, because at first I thought you were going to say this is a women's fragrance. Now, is this a safe blind buy? No, absolutely not. Do not blind buy this, guys. If you are not afraid to wear fragrances that are feminine, then yes, you could try this fragrance. But if not... So overall, this is a unique Armaf fragrance amongst Armaf fragrances. It starts feminine, do not dismiss it from the beginning. It dries down beautiful, it becomes unisex. If you are an Armaf fan because of the clones they are making, then this, I don't think you will want it, as I don't see it as a clone of any famous fragrance. It's probably similar to a couple of them, but I don't see it as a clone. That was it, guys. Until the next video, keep smelling great.